So yes, dear one, I do pray. I do ask for things. In my mind, I shouldn't, and I come to my senses in a prayer and suddenly say, I know you are doing what's best anyway, Lord. I rest my case. It wasn't needed only to bless me. Love you, Heavenly Dad. So I believe in my heart, dear one, that we don't need to ask, because he's an awesome God, all-powerful and all-loving. And this I choose to trust because of his love in me and in you. And why you will trust likewise too, even if you don't at the minute, and this seems very foreign to you. Yet I can tell you, in my trust, that this is what will happen to you, and in fact is happening, or you wouldn't be listening to me now. It would be just nonsense. But it's not, because of who you are, who we are, by his grace and loving kindness, children of God. So yes, I find sometimes I'm praying, I'm concerned about my daughter's position with these two stupid parents that just can't get things together. Not so stupid, of course. God has them all on their path to knowing his loving kindness. But it takes this sort of creation to do it. And we find the patience for this sort of creation as we become aware of the goodness and love of God to us. And what would be a nightmare becomes a dream, and a dream becomes an eternal blessing. For I'm come that you might have life, and have it more abundantly. Life eternal. That is the Jesus story. And don't be put off by religious theology and musings of those that are not quite touched yet by that loving relationship that God is nearer than near, dear one, dearer than dear. Loving kindness, what we've called grace and forgiveness, but is just warmth and kindness, goodness and love and blessing, peace and joy, and life abundant. I'm come that you might have life, and have it more abundantly. For the kingdom of heaven is at hand. In other words, it's well within your reach, and is or will be in you. In you. It's not something you inherit when you die. You find you have got it, yes. But you can have it now. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, says Jesus in the John 17 prayer. Talking about you and me. Those that inexplicably, you might think, find that we want to love him, want him to exist, want him to be and in the fashion, yes, that we value, not someone else's God, our God. One that personifies what you value, who you are. Who are you? Well, I can tell you from his point of view. You're his child. And he loves you. And the sooner you know that, the sooner you will be transcendent. In other words, overwhelmingly aware of being in the kingdom of heaven that is within you, that he is with you, that he dwells in us. John 17, read it. It's just to give you the thoughts that you might flirt with, I was almost going to say. It sounds trivial, but it's fundamental. These thoughts of the possibility of God transform us. It's like a dream, you see. Your being is becoming according to your thoughts, and your thoughts are running free in the dream. But if you can just nudge them in the right direction, you find that what you're becoming is glorious, is awesome, is wonderful, is life eternal. This dream in this world you won't always keep waking into. There'll come a time when you don't continue to wake into this dream. You'll be in your eternal dream because it's right for you. Utterly, wonderfully right for you and all the host of heaven, dear one. What we childishly refer to as God's family. But it's his family. It's where he finds his joy, with his children matured to his loveliness. Not clones of him. Every child different. Everyone unique. And yet, by his grace and love and kindness, everyone loving everyone. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above in wisdom, power and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from the heavens above in wisdom, power and love. Our God is an awesome God. I sometimes sing that as a mantra 100 times, but I take off after about 15. And I might be walking. I had a time when I used to sing it at night, walking around the lake. Yeah, here in Hamilton, New Zealand. No one anywhere, of course. Well, there might be the odd homeless person that heard me. May it be a blessing to them if they did, but as one soul, speaking out to God as perhaps they couldn't, but by the grace of God he could. So I'd sing this chorus again and again. And the night and the cold was no problem to me, nor the loneliness, nor the darkness. By the enchanted lake. Did you get taken with Swan Lake, Tchaikovsky? Tragic Life, Tchaikovsky. Fantastic music. Pathetique Symphony is just out of this world. But Swan Lake too. The ballets, well, it's all ballets are. It's not my cup of tea. But the music. I remember being at university, different lake, Campus Lake, at night. I could whistle Swan Lake in the stillness of the night, walking round that lake. But that's before I was Christian, dear one, and before I knew God. But you did know him. You could feel the greatness of his nearness, the awesomeness of his presence, just as my secular dad could when he looked up at the night sky. It touched him. Secular, worldly, manager of stockbrokers, wealthy, Victorian. Yet the heavens, the immensity of it, awesome to him. Isn't that wonderful? Well, I was only a child, of course, but I can remember that. I suppose being a child, I could actually feel his experience. Wonderful that God gave me an empathy, especially when Mum had such a bad opinion of him. Your kids love you, you know. They can't express it, they're kids. They get it all mixed up and they come out with the wrong response to you. But you're their parent. And you love them. And it comes through. No matter what the worldly circumstance. And so I think in the story, Jesus is used by the author or by God, I don't know, both, to speak to you of what your God's love could be to you. Choose it, dear friend, because that's what you value. Not because you think it's probable or improbable or certain or uncertain or you don't know, but because it's what you value. What else could you love but what you value? You value, not what someone else values. You, your values personified. Love you, Heavenly Dad. Thank you, Dad.